नवयुग शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडळ चापोली, संजीवनी महाविद्यालय चापोली. मायसेल्फ affiliated by स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ मराठवाडा युनिव्हर्सिटी नांदेड. Myself Dr. Thorat Mandakini Manohar, Assistant Professor and HOD of Zoology Department. Good morning all the students of BSc SY, subject Zoology. Paper number 7th. Name of the paper is the Comparative Anatomy and the Physiology. Semester 3rd. Unit number 1. Comparative Anatomy of the Vertebrate. First is the integument. In the last period, we see the integument structure and function. Integument means the skin. In also last period, we see the integument of fishes and integument of amphibians. Today, we learn about integument or the skin of the birds or ewes. For example, we know the ewes like the sparrow, pigeon, etc. The avian, or it is also called birds. There also skin is divided by main two parts, epidermis part and dermis part. Then let us start. That is starting for epidermis. The avian epidermis is a thin, delicate and clothed in the feathers, except on the obviously naked areas of the legs, feet, beak, comb and wattle. On the legs and feet and sometimes elsewhere, the cornified layer is thickened to form the scales of several types. The dermis part is also the thin, consists of mostly of network of connective tissue, fibers and muscle fiber that help to adjust the feather. In the larger birds such as the ostrich, the skin is thick enough to allow it to be processed into the leather. The scales resemble those of reptiles in the possessing layers containing the beta keratin and alpha keratin. Feathers which consist of beta keratin are considered to have evolved from the reptilian scale, as also see the detail in the figure. They are periodically molted and other keratinized structure the ostrich. The skin is thick enough to allow it to be processed into the leather. The scales resembles those of reptiles in possessing the layers containing the beta keratin and alpha keratin. Feathers which consist of beta keratin are considered to have evolved from reptilian scale. They are periodically molted and others keratinized structure such as the bill and claws may be molted as well. Pigment is primarily restricted to the feathers and scale. Specialized nerve endings are present throughout the skin. Various holocrine and tubular glands have been observed, but nearly all are small and inconspicuous. The exception is the holocrine urophageal gland or phrene gland, which is located on the back just in front of the tail, and they secrete the oil for grooming the feathers. It is the largest in the aquatic birds been observed. In this, that is only the birds, these glands are present. It is called urophageal gland or phrene gland. They are located on the back just in front of the tail region. and these glands secrete the oil for grooming the feathers. It is largest in the aquatic birds been observed, but nearly all are the small and conspicuous. The exception in the urophageal gland or preening gland, which is located on the back just in front of the tail and secrete the oil for grooming feather. It is the largest in the aquatic bird. Thus in the figure we detail see that is the epidermis part and the dermis part. Dermal papillae. Formation of dermal papillae. Second is the formation of follicle region. Third is the we see that is the with the help of the figure epidermis part. They to form the follicle, cornical sheath, epidermal ridges, pin feather dermis. Then also we see the follicle, epidermis, dermis part, and that is the form the barb, that is open down feather. So that is also with the C, that is in the birds, that is the special character is the feather. The feather formation with the C with the help of the figure, that is the development of the typical down feather. The epidermal ridges give rise to the bird's barb of the feather. The feathers are the unique to the birds. Those of adults are admirably engineered to the lightweight yet strong. They are of three basic types, each associated with a certain function, that is the counter feather, including the flight and tail feather, define the body outline and serve as the aerodynamic devices, that is called filoplumes. Hair feathers and plumulus down feathers are used principally as the insulation to conserve the body heat. Color and pattern in feathers serve as the protective coloration or the sexual display. So thus in the birds, that is the three basic type of the feather structure they are present in the bird, that is called counter feather, filoplumes or plumulus. It is also called the hair feather and down feather. That is generally these feathers they are important for the birds to insulation, to conserve the body heat. Also they to form the color pattern in the feather. They also have the capacity for protective coloration or for the sexual display. That is also the sexual dimorphism. They are easily identify male gamete and the female gametes. In the most birds, counter feathers are not uniformly distributed over the surface of the body but are arranged in the feather tract vertically, separated from one another by region of almost naked skin, that is called apteria. The only exception are the ostrich-like birds, the penguins and the South American streamers, in which the even distribution of the plumage has probably been secondarily. The body but arranged in the feather tract, separated from one another by the region of almost naked skin. The only exception are the ostrich-like birds, penguin and the South American, that is in also the plumage. That is generally feather tract differ in the arrangement in the different species and hence are useful in the classification of birds. That is also with the help of the feathers birds are classified. The wings tract include the flight feathers proper, remiges and their convert tectrices. The remiges include the primaries arising from the hand and digit and attached to the hand's skeleton. The secondaries arising from the forewing are attached to the ulna, and the tertials when present, arising from the upper wing and attached to the humerus. The tectrices cover the base of the remiges, overlapping and decreasing the size towards the leading edge of the wing. The spinal or the dorsal tract extends the whole length of the birds, excepting the head, along and on both the sides of the spinal column. In the gallinaceous birds, this tract may be subdivided from front to back through not separated by the apteria into the region of the hackle, the cape, the back, and the saddle. Each region is distinguished by the form and pattern of on the ventral surface of the birds are paired breast tract with a ventral tract between them. The tail tract include the tail feathers, restrictions, and they are converted into other tracts over the cover the head region, base of the wings, and the legs. A counter feather of an adult bird to be almost bilaterally symmetrical, it consisting of tapering central shaft, the rachis to which are attached a large number of tapering parallel barbs. These in turn carry the many minute elongated barbules on both their distal and proximal faces. The distal barbulus bear the tiny hooclets, that is called hamuli, that fit into groove on the proximal barbs of the next higher barbs. In this way, the barbules overlap and interlock to form the coherent web or the vein of the feather. Barbules in the basal portion of the feather are the long, delicate thread and do not bind successive barbs. The plumes which arise at the bases of counter feather are the inconspicuous hair-like feathers bearing a small tuft of barbs at their apexes. Blooms appear to be present in all the birds, but only in the certain species do they protect beyond the counter feather on the thigh of Cormantus for the example. Generally, the plumule are present in the young birds before they develop the adult plumage. In the adult, the plumage are generally scant and are concealed by the counter feather. However, in many birds such as the gulls and ducks, they form the thick insulating undercovering comparable to the underfur of seals. Their barbs do not form the coherent veins but are the long, loose, soft and fluffy. Their structure is much simplified and the rachis may be entirely lacking. In the herons and some hawks, the tips of plumules disintegrate into the fine scaly powder that become distributed away the plumage middle. Feathers get their color from a number of pigments. Melanin is responsible for the black, grey, brown and related tints. Yellow or the reddish brown granules of phemomelin and dark brown granules of emulin are transferred to the epithelial cells of the feather from the melanocytes. Some feathers are colored bright yellow, vivid red, green, violet or the blue by the carotenoid and other rare pigment. Cosmetic coloration of the feathers by the secretion of the preen gland is exploited by the pelicans. Not all the coloration require the pigment. The streaking white of seagulls and swans in a structural color produced by the reflection of light by irregularly distributed air-filled cavities. Blue, green, and violet can also be structurally produced, as for example in the kingfisher and parrot. Thus, in the today we learn about integument of the avian or the birds. The generally we saw birds is the fly. They having the capacity to fly, that is the well developed by the feathers, and these feathers is developed by the epidermis part. So generally these also the well developed different types of the feathers. They also differentiated with the help of the feathers. Birds are classified into the different different classes, and also the way giving the different example. Yes, good morning, goodbye the student. Next period we see the detail about the comparative anatomy of the mammal.